Hi everyone, and welcome to a reading for Nature Connection. Today is the first full week of May and we're having lots of rain, and it is very exciting because after just with dryness as the norm and everyone saying we didn't have enough snow this winter, and the rain comes down and you immediately feel in your body. It's not just like plants and animals and agriculture needed the kind of the established pattern of how much rain we needed, but just my body, my nose, and it feels so cleansing and matched with the the warmer May breeze. It's just amazing how the moisture in the air feels in my nose and my nostrils. And again, going back to what we talk a lot about here is it's kind of when you rush through it, then you feel some aspect of it, and if you dedicate just a little bit more stillness to feeling it, and it's like the experience, that the depth of the experience, the impact, and the meaningfulness seems to grow so much when you dedicate a little bit of stillness and kind of awareness to it. And like I was driving back home yesterday, and it started to snow, or not snow, it started to rain, and I decided to, before moving all the groceries into the house, I just stood in the garage to hear the sound, all the birds. They're chirping away really in the rain, and hear the thunder coming closer and closer, and I know I'm gonna get scared very soon. So that's a little bit of ramble over the exciting rain that is coming in a very welcomed and pleasant way. But as we get into our reading, we're gonna have our rabbit oracle again. Let's just take a moment, make our connection with each other and with our own environment. May the Creator of all things bring blessings and peace. Mother Earth and our ancestors, Spirit of this place, may we be open and hear your messages of love, of wisdom, for peace and growth of ourselves and of our communities. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. Okay, so let's see what messages we got today. How can we deepen our spiritual connection with nature? First we have wild, jumping right out, can't wait to be seen. And then reason. Wild and reason. Then we have the canyon. So one thing that's coming up for me is, in order to have a wonderful or epic vacation, we have to embrace both parts of ourselves. It is very true in nature, in our own minds. There's the wilderness, there is the wild, there are the chances, the outliers, and then there are the rules, the laws, the established patterns and relationships. They all go into play. I think we're being invited to, this might be the similar to the message we had maybe in the past 2 weeks, which is to engage deeper in the ways of the natural world. So some days it's enough to notice our most immediate things and make the emotional connection, and maybe see a world in a sand, or see a world in a flower. But the recent messages seems to be related to being more engaged in learning. And while so we have the rabbit here working, but I don't think they are alone. It is just that they're dedicating a lot of their brain cells and their learning energy to learn about what's been discovered. And for example, you could be going on a hike nearby and notice something new, notice something unusual, or maybe you just develop new questions and you realize, every time I go on a hike, I wonder about this, but I never figured out the answer. And so maybe it is time to know more about how things work. And here we're seeing with the canyon, this is sort of they're looking out from an overlook. It is designed for travelers. It is designed for sightseeing. And how do they come into being? How did a group of people or authorities look into an area and decide this place is worthwhile for preservation and for tourism? And then how do they decide what places to design, paths, trails, offices, overlooks? And so there's a huge range of activities at the intersection of people and nature and designing for spaces for people to learn about nature. And since we have this wild card here, we'll draw one more card. Okay, we have work. Okay, I guess that kind of amplifies it, that nature is asking us to stretch ourselves a little bit more. And I don't know if it's because I'm a Sagittarius, but work usually just kind of some people would really feel and make the connection of work to improvement, to happiness, to fulfillment, to learning. I often see the word and associate it with kind of exceeding my capacity. That's kind of my association with it. And I just feel like recently I've kind of came across several books, several titles I want to read and topics I want to learn about, and just know that I won't be able to get it all. So but this is confirming that whatever you can learn more about, so that even like maybe you like doing these projects and maybe it's just stretching a little bit to learn, oh, how can I do it better, or how can I do it more efficiently, more environmentally friendly, or what's that new material, is it actually worth it, all those kind of things. And then at the level of the wild card and this canyon card, I feel like it is I'm influenced. I'm thinking about our national parks, but it is also thinking of the big scale designs in our environment. How do they come into being? And that's gonna be a huge that will be a process that cannot be addressed in a day or a week here. But I think this is the kind of the spiritual connection of our environment, saying, hey, human world has grown to be very specialized, but now it's a good time for everyone to learn a little bit more about other people's expertise, where they might be coming from, and with, for example, the season changing, maybe just the guidance on either gardening or planting trees, the guidance on, I don't know, pest control, get 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 into the knowledge realm of people who were assigned as the experts and how they came to kind of shape how we live. So that is a little more of almost like a assignment as well as a plea type of message. But with the wild, I think it also reminding us we have we have control over our some of our time and how we want to use our attention. And if you need space, if you need to clear out your mind, if you need to drop too much of the learning, that's the balance we are encouraged to seek as well. Okay. So that is the message for today. I hope you're all doing well and having a good time in May, and I will see you in the next reading.